and thank you so very much for making time to join us right here at Kenya's Gold. Now, I just want to let you know that your international Mkulima is still outside on a mission to learn so much about agriculture here in South Africa. And right now we are in Johannesburg market. A lot of agricultural produce is brought here. The farmers are connected to the buyers. Unaona hapa nyuma tuko na kitunguu bulk production. They will be getting their buyers very soon, and that is the activity that is happening here. It's an absolutely humongous place, and there's so much technology that ensures food safety after it's harvested by our farmers. Now, even today here on the program, we will be learning so much about onion farming in Kenya, and the best part of it all is we will be learning from a young person who's very resilient in the agricultural sector. So as I keep learning about onions here in Johannesburg, let us also learn about onions from our farmer in Kenya. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Violet Angina, or the International Mkulima. Kenya's Gold is at Ngoliba in Kiambu County today, and we're about to have a very exciting feature with a very young onion farmer. Hapa mahali nimesimama, this is a part of his farm. Earlier on this year, alijaribu kufanya mambo ya kitunguu. He was targeting 15 tons, but alipata 5 peke yake. Ideally, you'd think such a person ataamua ku give up, achane na kitunguu, but not our farmer of today. He decided to get back to onions, and this time target 100 tons of onions. So we will get to speak to him in this feature. Atuambie ni nini alifanya wakati ule wa 15 tons, amejicorrect nayo, so that we are able to achieve 100 tons of onions. Yani kama resilience had a face, it would have the face of our farmer of the day. Come, let's meet him. Dero.
Hi.
How are you?
Kabisa, I am fine. Kabisa. Lima.
Hi. How are you?
I am good.
Thank you so much for having us in your farm.
Thank
you know
you.
we've been scheduling this visit for some time now.
Ilikuja, tutapanga.
Finally, here we are.
Yes.
Good. Thank you so much for having us here. Na naona ni kama uko katika harakati ya kutoa kwekwe.
Yes.
In your onion farm.
Tuko hapa road to 100 tons. These are hindrance.
Right.
Inaweza simamisha hiyo safari.
Good. Na sasa ukizipile hapa, will you collect them later today? Ama what's the plan?
These ones actually have to be collected. When you see this, ukitembea shambani uone kwa path, makwekwe zimejaa hivi, you know there was someone who slacked off. These are meant to be removed, lest they will grow. You see these ones? Now these ones have made a home here. So now someone has to come with a jembe.
Atoe tena. Let's just understand this farm.
Yes.
Na hii project. Umesema you are on the road to 100 tons of onions. Why did you choose this path?
First of all, I love farming. I love being in the field. You can see the melanin, I chose this path because of this, first of all, enables me to give a lot of people job opportunities. This also is a promising path instead of going and trying to knock on doors to look for employment. At least hii imenipatia fursa ya kujiajiri.
Right.
Yes.
Have you done onions before?
Yes, I've actually done onions here before. It didn't go well.
How many tons were you targeting at that time?
At that time, we were targeting about 15 tons. We didn't even manage 5, to be honest.
No way. How long ago was that?
That is back in April.
This year?
This year.
And then you've decided the same year, you'll strive for 100 tons.
Hey, I did a lot of re-strategizing. Nikarudi pale kwa drawing board.
Right.
Nikachora tena.
So ukiangalia hiyo target ya 15 tons and you ending up getting 5 tons.
Yes.
Unaona kama ni makosa gani ambao ulifanya wakati huo yenye hauta repeat wakati huu now that we are targeting 100 tons?
The biggest mistake I made at that time, I had someone who told me the more we have onions, tulieka mingi sana. You see, in this small area, there were like 100. We were targeting 100 per meter. You should know from this to here, if this is a meter, how many onions you have here. As of now, I have 60 onions in this 1 meter area.
Right.
Because you see there are 6 rows, and I'm doing 10 centimeters.
Yes.
So, ukihesabu inakuwa 10 times 6, inakuwa 60. We did 100. If you do 100, they are crowded. It creates a microclimate whereby you're very prone to getting fungal infections. When pests enter there, the biggest pests here are thrips. Tackling them is very hard. And then now it needs more water. So this one we opted to underpopulate slightly. We did 60. People will tell you to do 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4. That will give you 80 per meter squared. But we opted to go with 60 so that we can handle the pests here. This place is very hot, you can feel it.
Yes.
So the pest pressure is very high. We expect to get big bulbs, to be honest. Bigger than what is recommended for the market. You know, unajua market yetu, they want smaller ones.
Right.
Ones they can chop and finish in that same day. But these ones will be slightly bigger.
Right.
So we are already speaking to 1 or 2 people. Also restaurants and institutions are the ones who purchase the big ones.
Right.
That's hospitals, schools.
Right. So
Even
already
prisons.
unajua kama size yako ni kubwa sana, you'll not target the normal
not
markets.
target
Wanataka kale kadogo,
Yes.
Kenya kataisha haraka.
You know, Mama
Right.
Mboga once
Right.
to package 10 of them to make a kilo. Now if you bring 3 to make a kilo, pia wewe utaenda pale umwambia,
The consumer will have a bit of back and forth before
Yes.
purchasing that. So
Yes.
you've already started the conversation on your markets.
I already have market for this. To be
Right.
honest.
All right. So any other mistake ambao uliona wakati huo that you're not repeating now? Umetuambia spacing was the biggest mistake.
Yes.
Any other thing that you have changed from your last experiment?
From the last experiment.
Yeah.
Another thing I'd say is the propagation. If people were tracking the progress online, and if you did not, we got a very high germination rate. Last time we got very poor propagation. We did very poor propagation. So the seedlings were very tiny when we were transplanting. Ilikuwa kakonda yani, you even wonder how it will pick. But this time we're looking for pencil thick. These ones are about 27 days, so they're way past that stage.
Yeah.
But we did much better the propagation, and that is at the nursery bed.
Right.
Yes.
So what helped you achieve a good propagation, good germination? Was it the kind of seed that you went for? Was it the technique?
This one is very controversial. I went and took a lady whose specialty is onion sowing. You see, akishika ile mbegu hivi, she's called Mama Pita. She's from a place called Birika. She's very good at it. She does, I don't know how she does it, but they're well spaced, so that ensures they can come out thick and healthy.
Right.
If you overcrowd the seeds, I don't know if you've ever seen propagation. If you overcrowd them, they become very small and thickly. So that lady, she's paid per kilo, which she has propagated. This one we did 6.5 kgs. Times 1,500 comes to around 10K.
Right.
And a lot of people online were like, no, Dero, you're wasting money. But we succeeded at that nursery because of that lady.
All right, so how many acres of land do we have here?
Dedicated to onion farming, we have 6 acres.
Right.
We're aiming for 5, remember. The journey that I'm sharing online is road to 100 tons.
Right.
But we won at the nursery. So it extended to another 6. And we still had more seedlings, which we sold, that went and populated 3/4 of an acre.
Right.
You see?
Yeah.
So there's someone doing another 3/4, and here we have now 6 acres.
Right.
So ideally, I should change the tagline to road to 120 tons. But I just said, let it stay that way. So I usually tell someone road to 100 tons plus 20.
Good.
Yes.
All right. So kuna mtu anakuangalia saizi anasikia Odero, this young man, shamba yake inakaa vizuri, 6 acres under onion farming.
Yes.
Hii shamba hapa. Did you lease it? Did you buy it? Or what was the process when it comes to land acquisition?
Land acquisition. Land is also a very serious and very crucial topic to discuss when going into farming. Soil is everything. How I'd encourage the youth, don't purchase land unless you have ancestral land or your parents have land that you can try it out. Lease land. Land is easily available on lease basis. This one we're paying 12,000 per year. That's 1,000 per acre per month. That is quite affordable.
So 12,000 per year per acre?
Per acre.
Wow.
Ukienda pale Kitengela, it's like 8,000 per month. Then
Yes.
they're paying rent. They're not leasing land.
Yes.
They're renting land.
Right.
Yeah.
So leasing is more, it makes more economical
Start
sense
out
for
with
someone
leasing.
who's starting out. All right. So when you're going to lease that piece of land, ndo
Yes.
pia nisilease tu shamba, alafu nikienda kufanya ukulima hapo, vitu ziende vibaya. What
Yes.
are those things you consider when you're leasing land, particularly to do agriculture?
particularly to do agriculture, there is accessibility, that is distance from any infrastructure and roads. You can find, if there is electricity, it reduces the cost of investment for infrastructure, because that's why we are having to use solar panels down there. We have electricity, but there's a lot of power outages, you see. Another thing is soil texture and soil type, of course. You have to pay attention to that. Ours is sandy loam. We have to irrigate daily. You can see this is wet. This is wet. So we have to irrigate on a day-to-day basis.
Right.
If you go for black cotton, the water retention is much higher.
Yeah.
And then another thing, before you sign that lease agreement, do a soil test. Collect samples. You don't even have to dig far. Just if it's an acre, just do like 10 random points. Peleka pale, there is a lot of companies doing soil tests. I won't mention anyone. But reach out to me if you need to know any. I've actually shared a lot on that.
Right.
So do a soil test on the chemical analysis. That's a complete chemical analysis. Do ujue madini iko pale. All the nutrients, if there's any deficiencies or any surpluses.
Right.
So that you don't toxify your soil if there is extra phosphorus, like ours. And then go and show you do a pathology screen test. Hiyo inakuambia magonjwa yote yako kwa hiyo udongo. Here we had tomatoes. I know you're talking onions, but here we had tomatoes. You see this block? This is about 2 acres, a strip. We did a tomato variety that was not suited for the diseases that are inside our soil. Here we have something called bacterial wilt and Fusarium wilt. So the moment the tomato starts flowering, it wilted yote, 2 acres. Gone.
The tomatoes zikaisha hivyo.
Zikaisha hivyo, he block. So that's why we decided, no, let's do onions here.
Right.
So ensure you do a soil test.
Right. So umesema kuna hiyo soil test na hiyo umeita pa?
Soil test, pathology screen test.
Those are 2 different things.
2 different things.
So hiyo
pathology screen test inaangalia pathogens. That is nematodes, that is the diseases. You see, there is soil-borne diseases. And then another thing, to add, you see us we're using river water. You see, river water is usually from surface runoff. Sindio? Maji ilinyesha hapa, ika run off to the surface huko. So now, if you're using river water, the challenge you'll face, unajua, hii maji imetoka huko mbele from other farms, the diseases they have there will definitely come to your field.
Right.
So solanaceous family, that is your hohos, your tomatoes, mostly tomatoes are very delicate.
All right, so hapa tunataka kwenda kwa hiyo process ambayo umefuata, so that tufike hapa where your onions are, alafu tufanye a bit of projection for the future. So when did you do your transplanting to this farm?
The transplanting started on the 2nd of December. It lasted about 5 days. We used ladies from Kitengela.
Why specifically ladies? Yes, iski mahali transplanting wanaume wamefanya transplanting. Ni kama mumeamua hii ni kazi ya wanawake.
My parent once told me, men are heavy, chest up, ladies are heavy, bottom down. So when men go like this,
they
feel pain here. You see here, on your lower back, on your spine, and then ladies, anashida sana. Kitu kama hiyo, that is what I was told. But ladies also are very cautious. They charge 10 bob per meter. So you see this bed all the way to the end, and same as that one, all the way to the end. These are 30 meters long,
Okay.
So kama ni times 10, inakuwa 300.
All right. So also when we're talking about ile inaitangwa planting in stages, is that something that you did in this farm, ama where 6 acres yote ulifanya at once?
Maybe 6 acres tulipiga yote at once.
Right.
But we are doing another nursery down there. So the idea was, the moment this one attains 1 month, which is in 2-3 days, we do propagation for the next one.
Right.
So that when these onions will be curing, those ones will now be in the field bulbing.
Right.
You see?
Yes.
So I can supply my customers or my clients consistently.
Right.
Yes.
Good. So after umefanya hiyo transplanting, everything is well done in the farm. Tupatie tu a bit of the story on the husbandry that you need to do in an onion farm so that you make sure that your onions are growing correctly, you'll achieve your tons for 100 tons. So kazi ambayo unafanya hapa to control pests, diseases, all that. What does it look like?
First of all, I usually say one of the most important people in the field is the person who does your scouting. So that is the person who walks across the whole field randomly. Anatembea kwa hii bed, anarudi, anapanda hivyo, anaenda hivyo, looking for diseases, looking for pests.
Right.
It is easier to tackle a spot. You see, the moment disease outbreak does not just start from everywhere, the whole field. Kwa livestock, inaitwanga quarantine. Ukiona ng'ombe mgonjwa, you take
unamweka kando. Yes.
So here you can come and see, I can see a lot of pests and diseases on this area.
Right.
You come and you do a prophylactic spray. That is what we use here. A prophylactic spray, that is doing prevention. That is what you prioritize, preventing spread of the disease.
Right.
Compared to waiting for it to spread and then now you try to tackle with curing.
Yes. Yeah.
Another thing, preventive insecticides. We're not doing organic, to be honest. So we're using chemicals to tackle our issues. The diseases and the pests, curing is usually expensive more than prevention.
Okay.
Same as humans.
Right.
Yes.
So scouting hapa inafanywa mara kama ngapi?
Hapa inafanywa 3 times.
3
times in a day. You see, thrips specifically are our most troublesome pest here.
Right.
The most active when it's hot, like right now. They are moving around left, right, and center.
Right.
So it's easier to spot them. How you spot thrips? I wish we had a phone, but
we can ask for a phone. Unaweka chini.
Unaweka hapo, and then you tap like this. Unaona?
Yes.
Now these are thrips.
These ones which are to walk into very small ones.
These are thrips.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a white paper, shule tuliambiwa you use a white paper. But ukiwa field utembei na karatasi ya white.
You just lock your phone
you can
and
see.
So the moment you see this.
Now the moment you see this, first of all, you don't just go immediately to spraying chemicals.
Yeah.
Yes, these ones are here and they are here with us. You can't eradicate them fully. Okay. So what we do is we look at the threshold. How much are they? How many are they?
Yes.
If there are a lot, is when now we start having a discussion with the manager and the team. What are we going to use to tackle that issue?
Good.
And then unakumbuka nilisema scouting is doing it randomly.
Yes.
So he can come and put a peg here. Yeah. And then the person who's in charge of spraying will come and just do a spray around this area.
Yes.
Because it will become very costly. Anytime you see pests,
Our thrips, they'll start attacking the onion farm kama kitungu yako iko stage gani?
At the nursery, you won't see them much.
Okay.
Yes, you'll mostly see them after transplanting is when they come in. They journey with you from transplanting all the way to when the onion is about to start curing. And then they're like, hey, this person has stopped taking care of this plant.
Right.
Let's go somewhere else.
So besides the thrips, tukiongelea diseases, are there any that as an onion farmer unafaa kukua rada now?
Yes. Some diseases are purple blotch and downy mildew.
Okay.
Now, how to tackle that? Look for a variety that is tolerant to that. There is no varieties that are completely resistant. But kuna ile tolerance level, ile inapigwa nayo but iko tu, the immunity is high. Tuseme hivyo. You see?
Yeah.
So those are hybrid varieties.
This one that you're doing here particularly is which one?
This one is called Africa Red F1. So go for a variety that is tolerant, ndio utaavoid kuona magonjwa mengi shambani mwako. So ina reduce expenditure yako on chemicals.
Now let's come to the feeding.
Yes.
Naona mbolea, maji, are onions heavy feeders? At what point do you add mbolea? Alafu pia tuongelele mambo ya irrigation.
Yes.
Tuanze na the feeding part, the nutrients. What do onions need? Ndo tuhakikishe you 100 tons tumefikia.
All plants need all the elements. So there's the macros and PK.
Yes.
Alafu kuna the trace elements and the micros.
Yes.
So these ones, at this stage, you're doing high nitrogen. This is the vegetative. This is the third for this one. Unaona vile ni refu. This one is the 4th week. Then this one is like the 3rd and a half. You can see the difference.
Yeah.
Look at the color. Okay. Much taller, much vigorous.
Right.
So these ones we did the first top dress. We call it a top dress 1 week ago. That is on the 3rd week.
So ukishapanda,
tukipanda tulitumia 23-23-0. You see, that one has high nitrogen and high phosphorus. High potassium. Why we used that is because we did a soil test. Tukaona udongo yetu iko acidic. You remember?
Right.
Said do a soil test. Tukaona udongo yetu iko acidic. We could not use the commonly used DAP.
Yes.
Because of ammonium.
Yes.
And acidify more.
Right.
So that is why we did
23-0. So would somebody else would ask, is that my opportunity to now also use agricultural lime because my soil is too acidic?
Good job. Yes. We did lime here. We did 20 bags per acre.
So hiyo ni yenye mlitumia wakati wa kupanda.
Yes.
Aya 3 weeks later tukakuja kufanya top dressing.
Yes.
Hapa tukatumia nini for top dressing?
Hapa tulitumia CAN, high nitrogen.
Alafu after hiyo top dressing ya kwanza, do we have another top dressing that we're anticipating to do?
We have the final one in the next 3 weeks for this one. This one maybe 4 weeks.
Right.
Now by the way, you can see the residue.
Yes. Good.
These are the fillers.
So when you're coming to top dress, unaeka karibu na the onion itself, unasonga kando kidogo, unapima aje?
Onion roots don't go far. They're usually very tiny.
Yeah.
So the best way to do it, how we've seen in the field, that you have the least amount of damage is by doing a drill here like this. You see? And then you do it there and then they cover it. But you ensure the bed is wet, very wet when doing it.
Okay.
When pouring now the fertilizer. So that hayeyuki.
Every farmer will tell you that agriculture is a game of patience. Lazima utachomeka kidogo tu, but eventually it does pay off. Now with that, we are taking our first break here on the program. When we come back, Odero will be talking to us a lot more about the lessons he has learned in the agricultural sector when it comes to onion farming. See you after this break.